Bagnaia then left pit lane with a bit of a freight train behind him. Marco Bezzecchi, Pedro Acosta and Augusto Fernandez were trying to go with the world champion. Here they are then building temperature in the tyres. This is up into the Cito Ponds corner, turn 5. This is where the Michelin tyres get their biggest workout around this 4.4 kilometre Jerez circuit. So Pedro Acosta at the moment in 12th place. He did miss out on a direct place in Q2 in Portimao, although it didn't really bother him too much. Sailed out of Q1 and then 24 hours later found himself on the podium in the Grand Prix. Of course, he doesn't want to be in Q1 tomorrow, but there were no great cause, no worries about hitting the panic button for Acosta if he doesn't make it through. A 1:36.947 has been his best work so far today, so he does need around 3/10 just to get himself inside that top 10. So it is all on here for Acosta. 4.5 minutes of practice remaining here. On board with Bagnaia, the world champion, through the Alex Crivillé corner. Spain's first ever Premier Class world champion, of course, back in 1999. So many legends here this weekend. I've seen Alex in the media centre earlier on today. Jorge Lorenzo has joined us as well. He has some battle royales, didn't he, around this circuit with the likes of Rossi and Pedrosa and Marquez back in the day. So now then, these are full attack laps now from this group we're looking at, led by Bagnaia. We ride on board with Pedro Acosta, brand new soft rear tyre fitted to that Gas RC16 machine. Through turn 3 they go. Keep it banked hard left through turn 4, about 170 kilometres an hour. Then they'll click up one gear to 4th briefly. Get up to about 190 k's, then hard right. Acosta's running it. Oh, who's that who's gone down? Is that Pedrosa?
Binder.
It's Binder.
He was on a good one too, look.
Do you know, it was his crashes, wasn't it, in Portimao and Cota at real pivotal points the weekend that really hurt Brad Binder. And that's head in hands there, Sam. He's really angry himself, really frustrated. And there are yellow flags then circulating. Binder has gone down through turn 7, which is a proper fast get-off
there. So you
there.
can see everyone sitting up a little bit, save that tyre. Because there's no chance for another one, no chance for Brad to have another go, and that rear tyre's done half a lap hard, so they don't want to do the rest of that lap hard. They reduce the speed, take some, right, I bet you when that rear tyre comes back into line, pushes the front.
Well, that's a 6, I think he's gone down to 7.
Fantastic shot. Wow.
Well, he was Supermoto here last year, wasn't he?
So yeah, the riders, instead of using that lap that's been scrubbed and carrying on pushing, they all roll off to save that rubber, the best of it. I see, that's a fast one here. 7.
Yeah, luckily there.
Where I was saying the wind was getting me yesterday.
For his crew there, the bike just sort of slid alongside the gravel track. There's going to be a repair job there, but if that bike had sort of started barrel rolling, it could have been a proper expensive repair job. But Binder once again though has put himself now right in that danger zone. He's in big trouble here, is Binder, because that 1:36.644, he was already in 9th place, so he certainly can't relax. And at the moment, just a frustrated spectator trackside, because that's session over for Binder. All he can do now is look on and hope and pray that the likes of Aleix Espargaro, Frankie Morday, Pedro Acosta and co can't beat him. Aleix Espargaro has climbed up into the top 10 thanks to a 1:36.695. That's pushed Morbidelli then out of the top 10. Here was Aleix Espargaro, and he's up for the mobile in this session. It's a good late run of speed here from Aleix. A 1:36.446 fires him up into P5. On board there briefly with the world champion. Of course, this group, they hit the yellow flags for the Binder high-speed get-up at turn 7. And what a lap this is by Bagnaia. Well, we are expecting our first ever 1:35 lap here at the Circuito de Jerez Angel Nieto, and it could be delivered by our double world champion and double Spanish Grand Prix winner, Bagnaia. He attacks hard, look how hard he's pushing that factory Ducati GP24, sliding it into the final corner, picks up the drive grip. Oh, he's seeing an historic lap time here, fired in by Pecco Bagnaia. Oh, it was close, so close. A 1:36.025, but he now leads this session by exactly a 10th.
And Acosta up to 5th, what a rescue.
Brilliant, look at this by Marc Marquez. Well, we didn't quite get the 135 from Bagnaia. We might get it though now from the number 93. Through the final corner he goes. Girlfriend Gemma looks on. She knows this is going to be close. Is this the fastest ever two-wheel lap of Jerez? Over the line he comes, and again Marquez loses time in that fourth sector. Just wonder whether there's a bit of wind maybe just disrupting the riders in that final split. Wasn't the 135 he wanted, but Marc Marquez P3. That'll be good enough for him to go directly into Q2. Look at all the debris there strewn through the gravel trap at turn 7. There's been a couple of high-speed crashes there this afternoon. Brad Binder, unfortunately, is going to pay a heavy price for that late crash at turn 7 because he has now been dumped outside of the top 10. Further down, Frankie Morbidelli's not been able to respond. He was in the top 10 for most of the session. He's still down in 12th place. Marquez having another crack at a 135 here. Dani Pedrosa trying to get himself up inside the top 10. 15th right now for the little samurai. Drops that left leg on the brakes into turn 13. Nobody was better, was there, at picking up the bike and getting in the drive grip than Dani Pedrosa. Checkered flag he will take, and that's not good enough. Pedrosa in Q1.
And that means Pedro Acosta is the only Piero Mobility Group machine in Q2.
Yeah, who writes his scripts? Unbelievable. Absolutely amazing. Great spot, Simon. Yeah, Acosta at the moment should be safe. The gap between the top 10 is just over half a second. Marquez has lost time on this current lap as the Gian Antonio sweeps back into, I thought he was going to sweep into pit lane, of course, do a practice start. Digi at the moment is in 9th place. Alex Marquez has taken the checkered flag. He's 10th. Marquez is safe. He's not got any worries whatsoever. Some response as well, isn't it, by Pecco Bagnaia, because he has been strangely out of sorts, lacking speed, lacking pace, and crucially lacking confidence in Portimao and in Cota. You can't keep a good man down for too long, can you? Bagnaia fights back quite brilliantly here on day 1 in Spain as he goes in search of a 3rd successive Spanish Grand Prix victory. Yet again, we see the all-time lap record blown apart here in Jerez. 136.025 beats his own benchmark from Jerez a couple of years ago.
If you can't get enough MotoGP, click here to subscribe.